Hi everybody, we're back here on this Wednesday for the Tommy Maroon Sports Show on WCTV. It's episode number 156. We're going to talk Guardians, NASCAR, and high school football as typical during the summer, as we have just 44 days to go till it's the high school football season. That is very hard to believe, in my opinion. Oopsie doodles. So let's look at the player stats. Starting off with that guy right there, Mr. Jose Ramirez. Ramirez with a 289 average, 16 home runs, 63 RBIs, 38 walks, and fewer strikeouts. That means he gets on base on balls more than strikeouts, which in this league, in this day and age, is super rare. And by the way, all these stats were heading into last night's game. Andres Jimenez with a 300 batting average, 9 home runs, and 11 two-baggers. That's right, 11 doubles. Ahmed Rosario has a 282 average, a 711 OPS. That's right, the convenience store. And 82 hits. And then Stephen Kwan with a 274 average, 3 baggers. That's right, 3 triples, and 29 walks. Like Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan has walked more than he has struck out. Shane Bieber with 93 strikeouts, a 1.16 whip, and a 2.46 average. Tristan McKenzie sticks with a 3.71 ERA, 80 Ks, and a .98 whip, which is really sticking out to me. And Zach Plesac with a 1.23 whip, 3.80 ERA, and a 2.50 opponent average, which seems pretty average in this day and age. Time for series recaps. First things first, when the Guardians played the Twins. That was fun because the Guardians won 3-2. In Game 4, Josh Naylor hit a walk-off 2-run shot that gave the Guardians the win in the 10th inning. Cleveland was down 6-3. Heading into the bottom of the 10th inning, and all hope seemed to be lost. And then 2 runs scored, and then after that, a 2-run bomb by Josh Naylor. Cal Quantrill won 8 innings in Game 4 and gave up 3 earned runs. And then in this game you're seeing right here, the Guards only got 3 hits, a home run, an RBI single from Miles Straw. Who would have thunk it? Miles Straw that scored 2 runs. And then after that came, what do you call it? Andres Jimenez walking it off on a full count, hitting one into right center field. Andres Jimenez definitely got robbed of an all-star appearance, in my humble and honest opinion. Guardians against the Yankees, things were not that good, as there's Andres Jimenez walking it off in the bottom of the 9th inning, which was pretty awesome to see. Guardians against the Yankees, they lost 2-1. Naylor and Franmil each went 2 for 4 with 1 RBI in Game 1. Guards went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position Game 1. Guardians left 9 runners on base in Game 2. And Tristan McKenzie in the 3rd game went 7 innings, gave up just 1 hit in Game 3. Yankees only got 1 hit in Game 3, which was a Josh Donaldson single, I believe, which was pretty cool to see. And then Emmanuel Clase got Aaron Hicks to ground out with the bases loaded. Franmil Reyes had the lone 2 RBIs for the Guards on that Sunday. And then when they faced off against the Tigers, which is right now, down 3-0, Josh Naylor home run in Game 1. Just 2 hits for them in Game 1. Franmil an RBI double in Game 2. Ordy Clement came in for Richie Palacios in Game 2. And then the one thing that stuck out to me during last night's 11-4 rout, Sandy Leon was pitching for the Guardians. That's right, the catcher Sandy Leon. And he's batting 91 cents this season. And he's got a whip of 0. That's right, a whip of 0. And an ERA is 0. In 2 innings, he may not have a strikeout this season. But considering the fact that he went in there and got 2 innings of productive work out there, that is quite impressive in my opinion. Holy cow, that was quite funny to see Sandy Leone do that. And now, of course, there is the All-Star ballot. Of course, we're on phase 2. What you got to vote for who you think is going to be going to start in Los Angeles. And of course, I am voting right now, and I'm voting Jose Ramirez. Because Jose Ramirez is one of the best players in the entire game. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. He is so much to see. He's so much fun to see. Everybody loves him, and I have no idea how Adam Duvall is in the All-Star candidacy because he's batting .205. He's hanging in the Mendoza line. That makes no sense to me. Mike Trout, of course, he makes sense. Horace Gurriel, he's on my fantasy team. Everyone's going to vote Shohei, even though Yordan Alvarez deserves it. And I have no other choice but to vote William Contreras because, well, Bryce Harper is hurt. I mean, hopefully he gets better, but he says he's going to be playing later on this season. And looking at this, favorite team, who else in the Guardians? And there we go. I voted for Jose Ramirez. There, you see him right there, Jose Ramirez. I did my part. I hope you can do your part. NASCAR, we went on a road course. That's right, a road course. Road America. The Quick Trip 250, presented by Jockey Made in America. Left turns, right turns, everything. Crazy, wacky road courses. There's a spin out right there by number 23. That's, of course, Bubba Wallace. You know he's 23 because Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are part of his racing team. And, of course, Michael Jordan famously wore 23 except for one game in which he wore 45, I believe. But anyways, we're not here to talk basketball because the season's well over by now. But Tyler Reddick won the road course. It's his first Cup Series win of the season and his career. Chase Briscoe won Stage 1. Ryan Blaney won Stage 2. Ross Chastain finished in 4th. Daniel Suarez in 5th. Joey Logano Bubba made contact on lap 21. You saw that right there. There weren't any cautions other than the end of the stages, which is kind of surprising. Austin Dillon lost the tire very late in the race. It was kind of an uneventful race, to be honest, but it was still pretty good. And next week is going to be at Atlanta. So there's, of course, Tyler Reddick leading. And of course, Chase Elliott right behind. I think Kyle Larson finished in 2nd. If it wasn't, it was Chase Elliott. It's still a good race. There was a white flag as Tyler Reddick cruised to an easy win out there. Look at the separation on the left of your screen between Reddick and everyone else. I mean, Chase Elliott's pretty close for a road course, but still, just a lot of separation. He had that one all to himself. So now, it's time for some high school football because we are just 44 days away from the season, as I previously mentioned. Not too many big games this season, probably, or for this week, probably because I think there's going to be a lot of parity and a lot of teams beating on each other and going up against each other this season. I think it's going to be really up for bid. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, even though there are teams that have 5-5 records, I'd just like to say that they are still very good. Looking at the Lake Erie League, Cleveland Heights Tigers in what will be their last season before they go to the Greater Cleveland Conference, 7-3, 5-1. Second place, Garfield Bulldogs and the Maple Heights Mustangs, each going 4-2. Fourth is going to be Bedford and Shaker Heights. Of course, Shaker Heights, this is their last season before they enter the GCC as well, which is going to be pretty cool to see in my opinion. And then after that, it's going to be the Shaw Cardinals, 2-8, 1-5, and the Lorraine Titans, 2-8, 0-6. So There is that. And on the Southwestern Conference, I think the Avon Lake Shoremen are going to run the tables over everyone in the tough Southwestern Conference. I know you might look at it and say there are only 2 teams over 500, but let me be the first to tell you that Olmsted Falls is a great team. Berea Mid-Park is a great team. Elyria is a great team. Those 5 teams are definitely going to be fighting for that top spot, but I just think the Shoremen are going to take the top spot, and the Avon Eagles will be second. Of course, the Avon Eagles always up there in Division 2, Region 6. I think Avon Lake is in the same region as they are, as the Eagles are, and of course we're in the same region as Avon. Then the Berea Mid-Park Titans and Olmsted Falls Bulldogs, each 5-5, 4-3, but I can definitely see them doing way better than 5-5, 4-3. And speaking of 5-5, the Elyria Pioneers are also going to go 5-5 in my opinion, but keep in mind anything can happen. The Midview Middies 2-8, 2-5, and then last is going to be Amherst Steel and North Ridgeville. But keep in mind, as I keep on saying, anything can happen, and these teams are very good. So week 2 is going to be Garfield Heights versus Cleveland Heights. Week 4 is going to be Avon Lake against Avon. Last year, Avon Lake won it on the road. This year, they're home. I have a good feeling that they're going to be able to do it at home this year. And then week 10, Olmsted Falls Bulldogs against the Berea Mid-Park Titans. So that is that. Well, I would say we're done, but of course there's always those final parts in which I kind of go off script and talk about some things that are going to be in the future, like for instance, D3 football. Oh man, I made a tweet on July 2nd, 2 days before the 4th of July, and it blew up. 62 likes, 11 retweets. It says, we need ESPN College Football Game Day, College Game Day, and to get Brent Musburger out of retirement for the Baldwin Wallace versus Mountain Union football game on November 12th. It'd be great for the schools, and hearing Brent saying, you are looking live at the George Finney Stadium, that would be awesome. Since this tweet is blowing up, we need a response from those 3 aforementioned Twitter accounts. Please come to the game. It could be our first win over Mountain Union in 28 years. And, of course, I had to tag Kurt Herbstreit. Hey, Kurt Herbstreit, you on board with this? And speaking of Kurt Herbstreit, I did DM him back on Monday and Tuesday. I asked him what he thought about that idea and asked him, well, really said to him, if you don't respond to this DM, that means you guys are going to BW this year when we play Mountain Union. And look, he hasn't responded, so that means anything can happen. Anything can happen. So you never know. But yeah, 62 likes. A football coach of Baldwin Wallace liked it. And here it is. And there's the meme of SpongeBob. Whoops, wrong way. There's SpongeBob as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets going up against Patrick, who's Mountain Union, when they went bun wrestling. Yellow, pink, you do care. Get back here and kill each other. Great episode, by the way. What is it? On my list. Of course, my name's not Rick is probably the best line of that entire episode. Fry Cook Games. What is it? Number 12. Number 1 is the camping episode. Of course, the camping episode is a classic. Of course, that's just me, though. And like what this one guy said. Dominic Clary on Twitter. As a former BW football player and current sports writer, this would be the greatest thing for the Northeast Ohio area in years. And I said yes. I definitely agree with what he said. The fact that I got 62 likes is actually kind of impressive because most of my tweets get 0 likes. A lot of Baldwin Wallace folks really like it. A lot of the Baldwin Wallace players are definitely looking forward to it. And what if it happens? I am just saying. what if Baldwin Wallace plays Mount Union on college game day? The entire crew is there, and everyone's going to be excited. That would probably attract a large crowd out to the Finney. And I don't care if we win or lose. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience because it's D3 football, and it's one of the best rivalries in D3 football. I just can't wait for it. I sure as anything hope that's what happens when we play Mount Union. We get the entire college game day crew and the lead announcers to get the game going. Brennan Kurt would be a great addition to the game. Can you just picture that? Them analyzing and commentating a D3 football game? That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. But yeah, that's just what I'm trying to do. Hopefully it goes through. And that's it. That's all we have. I thought my microphone fell down, and yeah, because it wasn't sticking out like that. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll catch with you Tuesday. So until then, this is Tommy Maroon signing off. So long, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.